over 10 years, maybe less than 10 years since we've seen each other. But because we're on WhatsApp and, you know, I see your videos, I hear your music, I feel like I talk to you every day.
That's true. I feel the same way too.
But it's been ages.
It's been ages.
You've gotten married, you've had kids.
2 kids.
2 kids, 2 beautiful kids, and you know, you're still doing your music, and I feel like you've changed the way in which like Edem used to be. I thought before you used to be proper hardcore in terms of rap, but now you've switched it up. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I really agree with that. Proper hardcore, because I was trying to find a base. And I understood very early that all the people who found bases were like proper hardcore, like Snoop Dogg, LBC, proper hardcore, Lil Wayne, Holly Crow, proper hardcore. And so I wanted to find a base. Now, when you find a base and you have a solid following that can be shook or shaken, then you can take flight.
Okay.
You can really take
So you think that now you found your base?
Yeah, I found my base, but you can't also get rid of the external factors. You know, like 10 years ago, it was predominantly hip life. It was the emergence of myself, Asen, R2B, Sarkodie, we together with Hammer. Then the major forces came. Africa was beginning to become a force. And it's now no longer about Ghana, it's about the continent. And so the texture of the sound, the texture of the message, the direction has changed. And so that also forces you to grow if you're multi-talented, and that's also another reason.
When we talk about music, Ghana music is up there, Nigerian music is up there, but I feel like Nigerians seem to be ahead of us in some way. We can't really say it's because of the numbers, because when you look at a country like Jamaica, they're up there, their music is there. So even when you look at talent-wise, we're on the same level. You've got Edem, you've got Burna Boy, you've got Sarkodie, you've got Davido. So what do you think is happening?
Well, I think that we cannot take money out of the equation. That's one of the key things I'm going to say. We cannot take money out of the equation because big businesses involve marketing, involve PR machinery, involve advertisements. The numbers game, I don't believe it, because you see maybe a Jamaican with 30,000 followers, but his music reaches more people than probably a Ghanaian artist with 2 million followers. And aside the money and all these little machineries, I feel that as a country, we also haven't been able to find our sound. In the sense that when you enter Ghana, back in the day, you hear hip life, and then you hear high life. You hear maybe palm wine music. You hear maybe contemporary music. But when you go to Nigeria, they seem to have found a sound. There's the margin between a Davido song and a Wizkid song and a techno song and a Burna Boy song is a very thin margin. But the difference between a Wiyala song and an Edem song and maybe Ofori and Ponsa and Kwabena is very vast. And so because we haven't found a particular sound, it is difficult for the globe to easily see us, because when you go, you are perceived as an individual. When another person makes an entry, you are probably perceived as another individual. But I think it's a great time to be an artist, because somehow the umbrella of Afrobeat is beginning to embrace the entire continent. And so it's a wave that we can tap into. However, Nigeria is in a comfortable league. And when a brand is in a comfortable league, anything smaller brands do seems to give that brand credit. So you might find people thinking that maybe Azonto is from Nigeria because they're on the big stage and when they see it in their videos. But I don't think that we are far from lagging so much. I think that we are a work in progress. And there are people doing amazing things. Mike as I call him, Sarkodie, doing amazingly well, Stoneboy doing amazingly well, Shatta. I think that we have to continue to challenge ourselves and grow. And also, let's understand that we are not in a fight with our Nigerian brothers, but we should be able to learn the ropes and learn from what they are doing, form partnerships, and be able to propel Ghana to be at par with them.
I agree. I totally agree with that. But I also feel that even the likes of yourself, when I hear your sound, when I hear your music, I'm just like, this guy is just so talented. But I feel like still you're not getting the recognition that I think that you should be getting. You're one of our best rappers, undoubtedly. But when I look at the awards that are being given out here in Ghana, I don't see Edem in there.
Well, I think that there are two things that happen in a demography. The creator and then the people in that demography who have certain mechanisms in place. Now let me cite an example. If you hear an Edem record, you think it's talented, you think it's brilliant, and then another mechanism in that demography is an award scheme. But the award scheme is set up in a way there are no real data to be able to give people awards. There are no real facts and templates in place. It's based on perception, what people think the masses are driven towards, in conjunction with bodies that support it who believe in tapping into the mass market. And so sometimes you might be so talented, but you are fighting against a business that needs to thrive on numbers and a business that needs to thrive on what majority of the people think is what it is. And so for that, your music might be amazing, but might not win an award because the award scheme is popularity driven. And so that is one of the reasons. But I strongly believe that once you put your foot on the ground and you understand that it's a God-given talent and you work diligently, it's just a matter of time that those little drops from your water is going to wear away the stone.
Absolutely.
And people begin to see, and I think that time is close.
No, it's very close. I mean, even your latest track, is it Chasing the Tutu? Are you still chasing the tutu?
So I'm going to get to explain that to you. So, which is the word. So the word is red toto, okay?
Toto.
No, red toto. That is the full word, red toto. So it's XE like the way you say Javier.
Javier.
So in the Ewe language is the sun. And when the sun comes out, you say Ereto. So the rising of the sun is Eretoto. But honestly, I'm a creative and I know it's a double entendre for people who speak Ghana. And I also know that they will be difficult for somebody who is not able to pronounce, so it will become silent technically. And then brighten the other side.
Get it.
And so I'm saying, in my language, when you wake up in the morning, start chasing what you believe in. God bless us so that we are able to make it. Or God, give us the energy to chase our dreams from the rising of the sun. Then on the second verse, I say, what we go do? Money no day. So we just search up every corner every day. You see, the hustle no easy, so not for them around. It no be easy on the blazing sun. Boys know they hold, we for make dough. God for bless we. So say we go stop the hustle for Red Toto.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's deep.
Yeah, that's the real meaning of the song.
Wow.
And then there's that other controversial meaning for people who don't understand, which
it.
Of course was deliberate on my part.
Because you're being creative.
But it's not profane, it's safe for the kids. I'm a parent, and so I still consider the fact that it has to be really authentic.
Definitely. And we'll touch on the fact that, yes, you are a parent now. You have 2 girls, right?
To a girl and
a boy. A girl and a boy.
Which is like a perfect combo for me.
Perfect. So you're trying to say no more?
No more.
Why?
No more, because if they are feces, $1,000, then they are. You have to do the math.
You have to do the math.
Yeah.
But how is it being a father?
It's been a learning process. It's still ongoing. One of the things that fatherhood taught me early was you have to go with the process. Like, there was a point when I had to carry my son every day in his life.
Wow.
Because you can't force him to walk. And so you have to carry him diligently until nature says it is time for him to walk.
Wow.
And so it taught me very early that, wow, everything and the law of nature places everything where you just have to go through a process, embrace it, and know that that is what it's supposed to be. And when it's time for you to walk, you walk. When it's time for you to take flight, you take flight. When it's time for you to be driven by people, you be driven. If it's time for you to serve, you serve. And it's one of the things I learned very early.
Very early.
Yeah.
And, you know, before we started the interview, you came in, you were like, then I was babysitting,
Yeah,
or I was looking after
yeah.
my kids. So Edem babysits. You actually look after your children whilst mommy goes to work and...
Yeah, I babysit because I think that no human being can go back to being a child. And so nobody can really use anything to pay for lost time with their kids. And I also strongly believe that kids really don't want money. What they want is your time. Because if they wanted money, there won't be rich kids who hate their moms and dads. And so I want to be able to be a part of that entire life process where I am there for them every chance I get because of the type of work I do. Well, when you take off, you really don't have the time. And I love it and I learn. And I tell my folks that my kids are giving me the chance to go from nursery all the way through to uni again. Because when I spend time with their homework, I do research.
Wow.
When they bring their subjects home, I read it again and go back like...
I know, because sometimes the homework, you're just like, what is that?
Like I could tell you, I helped my daughter with her French homework and she got 0 because I went to Google Translate. And I'm there like, oh my God, this is so wrong. Like, I go to Google Translate and I'm like, and then I give her, oh, I'm like, this is good. She comes back, Daddy, I got 0. I'm like, oh. You know, so it's been interesting.
And were you there through the birth? Were you a strong man delivering your child at birth?
I was there through the birth of my son.
Okay.
I have all the videos.
Wow.
I actually spoke to him on video that, hey, you are not in the world yet. You're coming and this is your name.
Wow.
And I'm your dad before he came. My wife went through a C-section, so I was there the whole time. I have videos of his circumcision.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been there through the entire time for my son.
Yeah.
My daughter, I was young because when I had my daughter, I was 24.
Yeah.
My wife was 22. And the father figured I was too young. He didn't know how I was going to deal with it.
Okay.
So just when my wife-to-be had labor, because we weren't married then,
At the time.
he sent me to the house to go and bring a couple of things. And by the time I came back, she delivered. Yeah, so I've been a part of my son's birth, and it's been an experience. My daughter has changed my respect level for the ladies. Like some of the ladies I jilted, who I didn't respect. Now I'm like, I apologize when I was young and stupid.
Yeah.
All the back-to-back
Yeah.
flings and all the back-to-back stuff, like, because I used to take offense when I was with people and they wanted too much attention. Then I have a daughter and I realized that no, it's natural because she wants to come and lie on your shoulder. You're watching TV, she's talking to you, you don't listen, then she punches you like. So now, so now my respect for the ladies have changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go for a short commercial break and continue this insightful interview with Edem.
Imperial Homes Ghana and Great Britain has carved a niche for itself within the real estate industry as the premier provider of luxury homes in Ghana and England, with a mission to provide safe, good value, modern housing and personalized estate management services to its clients and customers. All our homes meet the Lifetime Home Standard, as well as the highest standards of engineering excellence, safety, environmental sustainability, and cost efficiency. Imperial Homes, a signature of luxury.
Guba Card welcomes you to the land of gold, Ghana. The Guba Card is a unique loyalty card which gives you the opportunity to enjoy discounts of up to 40% on goods and services. You enjoy discounts of the best of hotels, amazing restaurants, beauty lounges, spas, health centers, fashion houses and shopping centers in Ghana. The Guba card can also be used as a prepaid Visa card with Access Bank, our partners, offering you conveniences on all payment platforms. Applications is safe, secure and valuable.
Call us or WhatsApp us on 0245 156 705.
Visit www.gubadiaspora.com. Guba Card, the best discount card in Ghana. With over 1.2 billion people, Africa is a large continent with a rapid economic growth, full of investment and business opportunities. It hosts numerous opportunities for entrepreneurs, businesses, and individuals. As Africa marches towards a better economic future, how do you become part of it? Who can you safely speak to? Where do you start? Think no further. ODANA connects. We have identified the challenges people face in getting the right people and discovering the right opportunities in Africa. ODANA Connects will be the platform where people and businesses seeking opportunities in Africa meet and connect like never before. ODANA Connect. Join our waitlist for early access this summer at www.odanaconnect.com.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. I'm still with my man, Edem.
Go get 'em.
Go get him! Tell me about the Edenfest.
So, Edenfest is, how would I call it? I'm trying to find the right word. So, my name Edem means a savior or somebody who saves. Edem means he has saved me. That's the meaning of the name. So, I was thinking, let me use art, let me use music to try to give a certain level of mental liberation to my region in terms of how they see talent, misconceptions about the region, amazing things about the place that people can get to experience, ways to give access to the younger people to meet other mainstream artists. And so for 3 years, we tried very unsuccessfully to do it. Abeku could attest to it. I went to him. I'm like, this is what I want to do, to be able to set a new standard for my people, because I go for shows over there. There are no LED screens. There are no big stages. And I want to give them the same production that is in Accra, so that when I'm no more, they don't lower their standards. They say, hey, it was done this way. I want underground artists from there to be able to meet VIP, because they come into town to perform, and then they can access them. Some of them can come to Accra. I want them to meet a Bradford, Sarkodie, a Stoneball. And so 3 years after that conversation and trying, we did a maiden edition, and it was mind-blowing. The turn-up was awesome, and every year we choose a topic to tackle. And so for the first year, we identified that there was a lot of illegal fishing in the communities, where people pour all types of chemicals in the water. And we figured, you do that, catch the fish, but your future generations might not have fish. And so we spoke about that and did a concept. Then the second edition, we spoke about open defecation, which was so wrong a lot of levels.
Absolutely.
And thus we moved the show to the beach. So Edenfest has become a big thing on the calendar of the region, and now the interest from the entire country is on board, because in the first week of November, people know they have to head out from the city, get away, go to a nice beachfront, go to maybe Holy Trinity, go to a spa nearby, and then come for the experience. And this year, we've opened it up, where we did day 1, day 2, and then day 3. So for the day 1, we did a show.
Yep.
For the day 2, we did a bonfire where people get to tell their stories and experiences for people to learn from. And then day 3, we did a basketball tournament, which we plan to use to encourage the children that, hey, engage in sports, use your energy differently, and stay away from drugs. And I'm hoping that in the coming years, it will become some sort of a collaboration for people to just go and experience. And I hope I get some big funding to build a big auditorium for the region.
Yeah, definitely. I think what I like about the Edenfest is the fact that, you know, it has that charitable angle and education and social impact. Because like you said, it looks at, you know, educating people on a particular topic, getting people to interact and play together and do a sport together, and then you have the concert. So is that kind of your foundation, like your charity, would you say?
Yes, so to speak, it's an extension of.
Okay.
But I'm using it to, let me use the word bully, not in a disrespectful way, but to bully corporate people to do things. I'm saying that because I've been speaking to some telcos and their foundations that, you know what, we come to the region and we do some of these things. Maybe in part of the support for the show, why don't we maybe provide a couple of beachfront toilet facilities so that people don't get to. And I'm sure that with time, it's going to work. I've spoken to Food Tech, which is Snappy, which I'm a brand ambassador for. They are going to start putting boreholes in a couple of remote villages that don't have water, all in line with Edenfest. And I just signed a partnership with Ngoli, who is also an NGO, and we are looking at getting some grants externally to be able to build STEM labs, Edem STEM labs for some of the villages, so the kids have access to computer. And I pray that the team is able to put their shoulder to the wheel so that we are able to make it come alive.
Fantastic. And you know, you mentioned about you being a brand ambassador. For somebody to pick you as a brand ambassador, they must believe in you and believe in your image. So how was it like, you know, being a brand ambassador for Snappy? Snappy Snap?
It's been a new experience in the sense that for all the ambassadorial deals, I've done stuff with Pernod Ricard, Absolute Vodka, I've done stuff with Globacom, I've been an education ambassador for Marshall's University and so on and so forth. But the Snappy relationship didn't start with being an ambassador. I went in there to do a commercial for them, a TV commercial. Then I created a song.
A song for it,
a song for them, and then I gave them a concept that, hey guys, the song could be this, and we could send this message home, and we could redefine the slogan of the company and make it snappy on the go because of the song, and I could touch 4 languages for people to relate. Then when we did that, I told them, I think that we should give the song a lifespan and create a social media campaign out of it. Then we did that. Then the team was like, we think that you are dedicating your time to this thing that we bargained for. Why don't we have a 2-year partnership and work something? And I'm like, I'm excited about it. I like money, so I will go for it. But I also want you to agree that for the 2 years, instead of just sponsoring me, we'll cast in a sponsorship for Edenfest so that the show is able to get some support.
And so some sustainability, because I think that's the hard thing about doing these events.
Yes, especially for the fact that they are free, because you don't want to cut people off from having access to the message you want to put across, and they loved it. And within the course of the week, we are opening a conversation for an extension because it's been 2 years. And it's been exciting, some more exciting stuff on the way. Big up to Fotech and the Snappy family. You guys, you support creative arts, so are they for you?
Well done. And do you think that there is support for the creative arts here in Ghana?
I would say relatively.
Okay.
Relatively, and I'm going to say there are individuals who believe in it. Some of the actions of the creatives is a reason why there's a shortfall.
Yeah.
We don't put our house in order. You can find a lot of artists who can even show you by the book what money came in last year. They can't even show you if they pay taxes. And so how are you going to have a conversation with a businessman who is about numbers that bring money my way, and I have A, B, C, D, that's going to be a stream for you. So we have to also, as creatives, take the fall for the fact that there's a certain drop in lack of interest. However, I think one of the biggest supporters of the creative art is the beverage companies, from all the local beverages and all the foreign beverages. But I think the FDA and one of the bodies, I stand to be corrected, put a ban on celebrities endorsing alcoholic beverages.
Oh, okay.
And so sponsorship for some of these shows is also becoming a problem. And I sit here and I comfortably tell you guys that, guys, it's a double standard. It is hypocritical for you to say that celebrities shouldn't endorse alcoholic beverages because they are role models, because there are bodies in place that are supposed to make sure when you are not 18, you don't drink alcohol, that are supposed to make sure that you show your ID before you go in the club, that are supposed to make sure. So if an artist who is working for money and also employs people cannot be a brand ambassador, but there's another regular person who you can put on the billboard, who will also become known by the virtue of the fact that they are on the billboard. For me, it's a double standard. And so government agencies and you guys, you should look at it, because that is one of the areas where creative make money, because you guys haven't put mechanism in places for us to be able to get our royalties. And so, Charlie, cut us the I don't want to use the word, the BS. Don't, you guys don't do that. Don't do that.
So it's affecting the artists.
Yes, it is, because once upon a time, the beverage brand in the black bottle came with Fuse, came with EL, came with Shatter across the world, signed Kanye, everybody, and the artists are in business. They support their shows. These artists are able to also empower other people, employ other people. Then the local beverage companies, they do amazingly well, like Casapreco, Kokeke, and everybody. But now they cannot take a celebrity to be a brand ambassador for them. And I think that is totally not right.
Do you think it's because the fact that, look, if Edem is on an alcohol billboard, and you know your fans are young people as well as older people, do you think that there will be more like, oh, Edem's on that drink, I want to try that too? But like you're saying, the system is not in place where, you know, if a 14-year-old is going to buy alcohol, they should show ID.
Yes.
But I think they're trying to prevent that totally, so that those young people are not buying alcohol.
Okay, now, why I have a reservation is the fact that if you believe I am that powerful, then you should believe that I can tell the kids in that same advert that it's not for people under 18. And so if I am that powerful and I can make them drink it, I can also make them not drink it. And that is where, for me, the double standard is. And I'm also saying that when you look at the metrics, when I go on Instagram, I don't see the demography to which the music appeals to is mostly 16 and above. And the younger people who consume the music are actually an extension of our direct target market. And the music is for the clubs, is for the big venues where events happen at night. And when we go to children events in the parks, it's usually in the day. And how many day shows do we even have in the country? And so I believe that we can take that responsibility of telling the kids to stay away from alcohol, but to totally ban us. But we, however, see artists product place alcoholic beverage drinks in their music videos. And then we see P. Diddy hold it and you air it on your channel. And we see it is totally just, it doesn't sit well with me for you to allow YouTube to show C-Rock and the cross is holding a Bel Air and the kids can watch it, but on your internal local TV, which is no longer powerful anyways, because internet is the future.
It is.
And so I think that it is a no-no for me, and I know they agree.
So are artists making money then? Because it looks like a lot of artists are dependent on endorsement, on these things as well, to help them with finances. So are the royalties still not working? I thought Musica had put something in place to help artists be able to get royalties.
So royalties don't work because the amount of money that might be paid to an A-list artist cannot even buy credit for him for a month.
Wow. Wow.
And so you might be there for 3 months and maybe make maybe 1,500 from the royalty collection body as an artist. And everybody knows that is not even up to $250.
Wow.
And so I'm telling every artist, for you to be able to be in this business and be able to be successful and sustain yourself, you need to build a brand instead of just put out music. Because everybody who has built a brand or who is building a brand is able to do a lot of other things beyond just being on stage and singing, and that is what the companies look out for. And so you struggle if you don't have a brand, but you'll be okay if you have a brand, and if you also understand that you have to get your hands dirty, not illegally, but you have to get your hands dirty and do some work. And I keep telling every artist, you have to understand brand equity. Once you become a known name, what is wrong with you opening a chain of barbershops? What is wrong with you trying to say, you know what, I want to sell a product like Pepperdam? You know, or what is wrong with you saying, I want to own a Timberland shop? And so understand brand equity. Don't always wait, because the system takes time to change. And once we have agreed that there are challenges, how do we maneuver? How do we embrace the challenges and win?
Okay. I think that makes total sense. But I do see that a lot of artists have opened shops in terms of restaurants, you know, branded T-shirts and all of that, gyms. And so I think that people are starting to build their brand and using their name to kind of get people to come to their places. So that's a good point. But after the commercial break, I want to delve deep into the business side of music and how seriously you're taking the business side. We'll be right back.
Imperial Homes Ghana and Great Britain has carved a niche for itself within the real estate industry as the premier provider of luxury homes in Ghana and England, with a mission to provide safe, good value, modern housing and personalized estate management services to its clients and customers. All our homes meet the Lifetime Homes standard, as well as the highest standards of engineering excellence, safety, environmental sustainability, and cost efficiency. Imperial Homes, a signature of luxury.
Guba Card welcomes you to the land of gold, Ghana. The Guba Card is a unique loyalty card which gives you the opportunity to enjoy discounts of up to 40% on goods and services. You enjoy discounts of the best of hotels, amazing restaurants, beauty lounges, spas, health centers, fashion houses and shopping centers in Ghana. The Guba card can also be used as a prepaid Visa card with Access Bank, our partners, offering you conveniences on all payment platforms. Applications is safe, secure, and valuable. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0245 156 705. Visit www.gubadiaspora.com. Guba Card, the best discount card in Ghana. With over 1.2 billion people, Africa is a large continent with a rapid economic growth, full of investment and business opportunities. It hosts numerous opportunities for entrepreneurs, businesses, and individuals. As Africa marches towards a better economic future, how do you become part of it? Who can you safely speak to? Where do you start? Think no further. ODANA connects. We have identified the challenges people face in getting the right people and discovering the right opportunities in Africa. ODANA Connects will be the platform where people and businesses seeking opportunities in Africa meet and connect like never before. ODANA Connect. Join our waitlist for early access this summer at www.odanaconnect.com.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. We're in our last segment of the show and I'm still joined by my main man, Edem.
Get him!
Edem, business side of music, how seriously are you taking it? Like you mentioned about taxes and all of that. Are you doing all of that? Do you have all of those things in place?
So, what I learned from doing other businesses, because I'm a young entrepreneur who is trying to figure my way around the business. What I learned is that our systems make it difficult for creatives to be able to get all that right. I mean, of course, when you're doing online, digital sales and everything, you get your taxes right. But you go for shows maybe somewhere in Tamale. You go and perform, the promoter is an amateur promoter. Doesn't have a company registration, doesn't go through a system. You take the money and there it goes. Of course, you can pay annual income taxes, but paying withholding taxes and all those things, sometimes you have shortfalls, unless of course you're dealing with big bodies like Empire, Charterhouse, or you travel and so on and so forth. But we try. We try to make sure that we adopt good business practices. But to be honest, it is working easily with other businesses than the music. Like for Pepperdam, we are able to track everything that we are doing because we are dealing with Vivo, which is the mother company for Shell, and we are dealing with all these big entities, and so it's easier.
No, I want to know more about Pepperdam. What is Pepperdam?
So Pepperdam Limited is our source production company with our maiden product, Shito. We started in 2017, got approval in 2018.
Took you a year to get approval?
Yeah, it took us a year, not because of the delays from the bodies, but we
just the packaging.
We trying to fine tune and get our foundation right. And right after approval, we got into a couple of outlets, Koala, Novelty, Finest, and then in the course of the year, we signed with Vivo, which is the mother company for Shell. And then we hit all their outlets. And just a couple of weeks ago, we closed the deal with Ghana. And so from January, we are going to be in all their outlets. And we are in talks with Total and Melcom. And so we are growing. And for me, it's fun. It's exciting because as an artist, you are just a creator. But for the company, I have to be in a factory with workers. I have to put on gloves and I have to stare. I have to, I know from the bottling to the frying, like I've gone through the entire process in 2017 myself. Even when I'm elsewhere, I know what the workers are doing. And I can't wait for us to have farms and have big factories, because our mother company that we look up to is Tabasco.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, we look up to Tabasco.
That's big. So I'm sure it's your wife that came out with the ingredients for the Pepperdam, because she's a cook.
Yeah, she's a cook.
Yeah.
So one time I told her, you know what? I have the voice, and you have the ability. So I think that we should come up with a product.
Wow.
Because it will do amazingly well.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
have a partnership. Let's have a partnership because not because we want to make money,
Yeah.
because we identified that people who had successful marriages had work that made them come together each time. So like we always see Obama and the wife on the road. We see, and the last time I had conversation with Bolore, he and the wife came into the same space. Ochami Kwame's wife left and they're in the same space. So you get to talk every time. You get to connect. You have more to do. So we're like, you know what? Maybe that's one of the things we should do. And let's do it in a productive way. So let's come up with a company.
Wow.
So I'm like, you know what? Pepperdam sounds like a name that is positive because we want the product to remind younger people in school that you have to pepper them with good grades. You have to pepper them with success. You have to pepper them with being driven. And so we're like, cool. And then we started getting creative. And so in 2017, we used to decide to sell 10 bottles a day.
Okay.
5 from her. So we used to do direct phone marketing. And people didn't used to know it was Edem. I'll call random numbers and I'll sell. I'm like, hello, we are Pepperdam Limited.
Wow.
We have a product that and then the biker will go and deliver. And then with time, we realized it wasn't sustainable. So we're like, you know what, we need distribution.
Yes.
Then we took on the distribution challenge, spoke to a few outlets. And then one of the outlets brought us back a check of 4,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And we're like, yo, if it's 10 outlets, it's going to be 40K.
Yes.
And if it's 100 outlets, it's going to be 400K. You know what?
Let's take this thing seriously.
Yes. And then we started, and now we are close to 40 outlets.
Wow.
And we are hoping.
So I'm just calculating.
No, please don't. Please don't, because every month we have to go and declare our books. We have to go and declare our books, and for manufacturers, we are paying 17.5.
Wow.
You know, and so it's quite.
And I mean, for me, that's just, it's humbling, the fact that, you know, you were able to also pick up the phone and make calls. Like, you didn't feel like, oh, you're Edem, so your wife should maybe, you know, make the calls. You're down to earth about it, that you could actually pick up the phone.
Yeah, I believe that all the companies that have failed are companies that maybe you have so much money. So maybe Denta and I decide to form a partnership, and we both have 500,000. So we put half of that together.
Yeah.
Go and build this massive hotel. It's not even a franchise, where we say that we are tapping into existing systems. So we go and build this massive hotel, and then we realize that the workers spend the money. We realize that the workers don't come to work on time.
Yeah.
It will make us fail. But I believe that if we build a small hotel, we identify workers who are loyal.
Yes.
We identify where our shortfalls are.
Yeah.
We identify times of the year people come in to lodge in the hotel. And so generic growth is something I believe in for anything I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go back to the basic
Wow.
and pick up again.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's inspiring. And do you feel like, because of the business side and the Pepperdam, your love for music, is it still number one, or do you think you're trying to balance it now?
My love for music is number one,
Okay.
but we also, as a team, acknowledge the fact that we are an independent team.
Okay.
We don't have any external funding.
Yeah.
And it has been like that from the beginning of my career. So you have to be really strategic and not run in directions like everybody else. Because there are two types of artists in the music industry. The ones who create a facade that it is the music that is working for them, but of course they have other sources of income. And the people who really are making money from the music business. And I can confidently say I'm one of the people who is making money from the music business to use it back and plow into the music business. No illegal means, no running, Nothing. And so because of that, we are realistic and we take our time to do things. And I can't wait for people to see what will happen next year because we have some amazing stuff on the way.
Wait, I'm excited. I'm really excited. But okay, so looking at the business angle, employees, how are you able to manage employees at work? Because a lot of people that I speak to are like, look, it's very difficult. You can't leave them to do everything. You have to keep an eye on them. Are you in the factory like all the time, or your wife is there or somebody's there? How
I'm in the factory when I'm available. As I speak, we have a total number of 6 workers. Four of them are with production, and the other 2 are with distribution, and I am a liaison with all the outlets. So I am a liaison between Shell and the company. So I speak to the people at head office if we're having any challenges, if our product is not on the shelf and they reach out, I make sure distribution, make sure it's available. Now, however, the workers on my team, I let them understand that we don't have this thing figured out. We are on a journey together. If you believe in longevity and consistency and building something for yourself, then you can work with Pepperdam Limited. But if you think that you want to be at a place where if it is all rosy, then you are available, then we cannot work. And the funny thing is that because it's production, I'm handling all ladies, only 2 guys in the company. Oh. And so it's always an interesting combination of they thinking that, yo, you already have money from the music. The salary self, if you bring them, comes some level. Like the last time we're doing something, somebody wanted to take 100 Ghana a day for production. Wow. And when we did the math, it means that you'll be making 2,000 Ghana a month. Something even a banker is not making. So now I have to go on the board and say, guys, listen, this Pepperdam Limited is not Edem the artist.
Yes.
This is making this amount a month. Yeah. This is what we can realistically do. But if we all work hard and then we are beginning to grow in outlets, of course, the team has to remember that we are here to empower ourselves by working hard, and we don't leave anybody behind. So it's been interesting. We've had some crazy workers, somebody who will come and work for you, and then the next thing you know, they are not picking their
just
phone.
like that.
Yeah, they are not picking their phone, and then 2 months later, they show up. Sometimes they show up because the award needs some money to pay for something, and then they come back. So it's a lot of challenges, but that is people's management.
Do you think it's our work ethic? What do you think about Ghanaians' work ethic now that you're seriously in business?
I think our work ethic is that when we work for people, we feel we are doing them a favor. Which is a big problem. And also, we only want the work so badly as a fantasy, but we don't like when the reality sets in. I'm saying that because when we do Pepperdam productions, sometimes we work till 3 a.m. Wow. And when we work till 3 a.m., you have to wake up and still take your kids to school at 6:30. Yeah. You have to come back and go to the gym at 9 and come back home at 10, and then my manager gets on the phone with you, and then you have to be in town. Yeah. Now you come back and the workers are grumpy, and you don't understand why they are grumpy because you are not complaining. Yeah. But I think that is because half of the time, we as workers, when we work for people, we feel that we are doing something to benefit the person. And also, any luxury or any sort of privilege you get, workers attribute it to the company they work for you in, without understanding the other numerous things you do that bring you money. And so they are like, our boss is driving a Range, but we don't have a car. So some of these things, but I think that constantly we have meetings. Good. We speak about what people think, what are people's problems. Wow. And I'm sure that it has taken some of this companies, when I read on Google, 200 years, 100 years.
27 years.
Yes.
It's just...
Yes. And
takes a
so
long
we
time.
want to be around for that time and become very fortified and learn.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So is it like on Mondays you have a meeting with the team? And is Edem there to have these meetings? Are you there as part of the team sometimes?
Yes, so...
then I definitely want to get employed with this.
Okay, so...
If I'll see you every Monday
No.
morning.
So I actually employ the people.
You do the interviews?
I do the interviews. I interrogate,
Wow.
not like a military style. But I interview the people, from the women to the
Wow.
guys. I interview the people.
So you're not employing at the moment? I've got a CV.
I think we employed 3 new people a week ago.
Damn, I've missed
But we
out.
can't afford you.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, we can't afford you. And also you need to have a food vendor certificate.
Oh, okay.
Which shows that you're safe to handle food.
Okay.
You know, because we want the very, very
high
standards of production. And so I employed them, and then I had them over to production, which is, my wife is the lead for production.
Wow.
She takes them through everything. And some of the rules in the factory, actually, funnily enough, were written by my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, she spent some time in the early days of the business, 2017, and one time she came to my partner and I with a sheet, and she was like, always wear your nose mask, be cautious of sharp objects. She also wrote, she wrote about six items. So we actually pasted it, and one of our founding principles is ABC, which we use in the factory. So ABC. So always be careful.
Wow.
In the factory. And then we also say that not on my watch. As in, we are working in a factory, nobody is supposed to get hurt on the next person's watch.
Wow, wow. Edem, looks like you're doing a lot.
Well, it's affecting the music. And I hope that next year I'm able to
So what's the plans for next year? Before we wrap up, what is the plans for next year? What are we to expect from Edem?
So next year I'm releasing an Afrobeat album on EP with exciting people from across the globe.
Wow.
I've done some amazing record with the video.
Wow.
We'll work on the video. I actually just got a treatment for Edem featuring Sarkodie and Afia.
Wow.
Which is like an amazing record. I didn't rap on there.
What did
Sarkodie rapped on there.
You sang?
I sang on there. The opening was 4 bars of an era rap, and then I sang like a James Brown. It's quite exciting. Then I have a reggae EP. I have Capleton, Conscience Egyptian on there, and I'm hoping that when the Afrobeat is done, we could release a full reggae EP for the fans. So it'll be exciting. I've done some stuff with Patoranking.
Wow,
I've done some stuff with Scales.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, so next year we'll put out some amazing...
Please, before it comes out next year, because Edem, before, you used to send me the music before it came out.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm expecting it.
So now we'll do it pre-order. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, no worries. We'll pre-order it. But Edem, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you.
I love your music, you know.
Yes.
From the start to now, you are
so
just.
I'm not going to go without saying a big thank you to Denta. Denta facilitated my feature with Sway. I tried getting Sway for 2 years to get on my song. And then one time I reached out to Denta, I'm like, sis, I need to put Sway on a record. And within a week, the record was done. That means Denta for president. It's safe to say. It's safe to say that you're an amazing person.
Thank you.
And I don't only have to say it on WhatsApp. I have to say it on your show too. You always are driving every one of us.
Thank you.
Every one of us. They give us pressure with your moves. Give us pressure to do better. And you don't settle. Excellence, excellence. You're a true rep for all the young girls. You don't do certain things, but you still succeed and you still push yourself and you never settle. So this is my opportunity to tell
thank
you
you
that
so
you are
much.
an amazing inspiration for every Ghanaian, every one of us, both the guys. And we love you and we love what you're doing for the country.
Thank you so much. I was not expecting that, guys. I did not pay him to say that. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I feel like as a people, we need to support each other. What sometimes you could do something for Denta that Denta can't do for herself. So I believe in always helping somebody. It doesn't take anything away from you. And I'm so glad I was able to connect you and Sway. And even Sway now comes in, sees you, and doesn't call me.
He's an amazing.
He is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Stay blessed.